Yo, Prince one of them ones, I'm in the mix. Talking hoops, dropping gems, let's fix. Women's ball, we elevate, bring it to the mainstream. Key coming with facts, we a dream team. Break down plays, ain't no cliches. From the court to the screen, every detail display. Got the WNBA shining bright. Click the like button if you feeling it right. Excuse the takeover, taking charge. Women's game front and center, living large. Hit that subscribe, stay tuned to the ride. We bringing the heat, never gonna hide. From sky hooks to swishes, we capture the wishes of ballers making waves in the biggest of dishes. Prince one and Key got the knowledge artillery, dropping truth bombs effectively, brilliantly. Excuse the takeover, taking charge. Women's game front and center, living large. Hit that subscribe, stay tuned to the ride. We bringing the heat, never gonna hide. Analyzing chat, every stat interact, breaking barriers. No cap, that's a fact. Leave a comment below, watch the growth unfold. Together we gon' make this story be told.
What's up? What's good, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Enter the building. What's going on, beautiful people? Happy Wednesday. It's another episode of Excuse the Takeover. I know y'all been like, man, like fiends, scratching, itching your necks. It's been a whole week and a half, and Excuse the Takeover ain't came through. So I know y'all been ready for this episode. I'm super excited to get into these topics. We got some news floating around with these WNBA players. A lot of the training camp news coming around little by little, and it's a lot to get into. It's super exciting. But before anything, make sure that you hit the like button on both pages, subscribe to both pages, comment. Definitely hit the all notification so you know every single time that we go live. And you'll be on time. Listen, it's a lot going on in the WNBA right now, from training camp, from just rosters overall just being completely new additions to the team. I mean, it's just so much to talk about. How you feeling though, Prince? How you feeling about training camps? A lot of the footage, I don't know if you've seen all the teams, but some of the footage you've seen around, it's so interesting this morning. I want you to answer the question, but I want to say this. So interesting this morning, I was thinking to myself, like, man, the WNBA, man, they got to do better with marketing, y'all. It was to the point I went on Google and was like, who's the chief officer of marketing for the WNBA? You know what I mean?
You found out who it is?
Yeah, Phil Cook. Now, that's the most accurate that I've seen. So it could be somebody new, but the most accurate that I found was some guy named Phil Cook. He actually was a Nike CEO for years before he became the marketing. Let me see if it's still on my browser for the WNBA. In 2020, he became, let me see, y'all. Yep, here we go. Sports marketing veteran Phil Cook named WNBA Chief Marketing Officer. An industry veteran with over 20 years of experience at Nike, Cook most recently led Nike's global basketball brand through identifying and serving new customers, driving new revenue, and introducing female athletes into marketing campaigns. He will report directly to WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelberg. So since 2020, that's what I've seen the most recent thing. So super interesting. I only brought that up to say, like, have you seen the teams, like training camp footage and stuff like that? And I understand he's not the overseer of all the teams. They have their own marketing. But I mean, if you're the overseer of the WNBA, I would expect him to send out some things to them and give them direction, etc. So, I mean, I don't know. But have you seen it?
Yeah, he should have a marketing, he should have a marketing team. One would be like commercial use, one would be like social media use, one would be branding. They'll have like a branding department within it. So I think they have like an entire building dedicated to marketing. Most huge companies do, like outside of the corporate office. They'll have like an entire office building dedicated just to marketing, because marketing, especially in this day and age, brings in so many dollars.
Yeah.
Like, that's always been confusing to me, because we know the age that we're in, and
Right.
they're the only league that doesn't really go all in on marketing and social media presence and stuff like that. Like, I don't even follow like the MLB and hockey, but even during the off season, they were doing amazing stuff, posting stuff, players having kids, like all kind of stuff on their social
Yeah.
media pages. Because I just like to follow all like the major sports just so I can keep up with stuff. And some breaking news stuff happens, stuff like that. WNBA during the off season, literally nothing. All they posted during the off season was about the All-Star game next year in Indiana. Like, what?
Yeah,
I don't look with this whole look. Maybe that's why he left Nike. Look, sometimes people get pushed out and they title says resigned or moving on. Nike has been doing amazing with their marketing, with the way they market players. I mean, they had the Nike commercial with all the WNBA players in it that was better than any commercial the WNBA dropped in the last 6 years. So, look, maybe Nike didn't tell the WNBA why he really left, because it ain't looking right for him to be the CEO of Nike.
Facts.
And them have nothing amazing marketing going on. That says a lot. Honestly, that says a lot. That really says a lot.
It does. It's super underwhelming. Man, it's super underwhelming, man, for such a great league. All this new talent, the moment to capitalize. Even I was like, damn, they didn't even hype this draft up. Honestly, I don't even think they hyped up the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese draft. I think Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese was in it, and so it hyped itself up. You get what I'm saying? So the marketing is just bad, man. They just
I don't think
they better.
I don't think like if you listen to like fans talk, the WNBA didn't bring them. They weren't excited because of the WNBA. They was excited because of the Caitlin Clark fan base and the Angel Reese fan base. They weren't like, it wasn't like WNBA is exciting. Look how they promoting and doing this. It wasn't that. Like, listen to how fans would talk. It wasn't that. It wasn't. The league looked at exciting. They just came to see what Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark was going to do.
Like, it's underwhelming. It's so disappointing, underwhelming, y'all. Literally, it just hit me. I'm thinking about it because I see random stuff on social media while I'm working, y'all. Why they got them putting their number on the chalkboard with their name? I'm like, they're not in kindergarten. Like, what do y'all got them doing? Like, what is this? Like, these are grown women who've been playing in one of the toughest leagues in the entire world, and y'all got them writing name. How many years they've been in the league and like standing and smiling with the chalkboard. Go on Seattle page, y'all. And Seattle is like a great team. Like Stewie and Jewel definitely boosted up them, and old girl point guard, can't think of her name right now. Like, all right, y'all, come on now. Y'all got to do better. All these teams, the WNBA. I mean, I'm gonna talk about it till I'm blue in the face because I'm so disappointed with this training camp footage. Like, it's cool, the little clips and stuff. Yeah, Super. The little clips and stuff is cool, but I really think they could be doing better. I think they could be doing better by the draft picks, and then just the ladies who've been in this league as well with this training camp footage. Like, it's cool seeing them do like little plays and stuff, but like, it's more to it. It's just missing an essence. Where's the
go get Glorilla and have her make a song or something and just post a bunch of training camp videos. Like just, you get what I'm saying? Keep like when I used to work out, I used to make like these little training videos. I used to do like leg day and just put a song behind it and just post it. Next day, chest day, like just do stuff like that. Like, I mean, all
of that. They gotta pay. You gotta go pay. You can't keep y'all gonna hear me say it. Y'all can't keep sending Angel Reese out there to do y'all. Go pay Cardi B to come to the gym with Angel Reese and learn how to play basketball. Go. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what
Like
you're saying.
and it sounds dumb, but Cardi B literally made a whole show doing stuff like that with different people in the entertainment industry. She learned how to play flag football. People love that stuff. That's how you bring also, just different fans to come to the WNBA. As you stated, women spend the most money in this economy. Like, I just don't understand it. It makes no sense to me, like why they're so lazy about it. Seriously. But I mean, look, I'm hoping as the years go on, it gets better. But they at some point have to be all in. I know they said that they're gonna do better with the WNBA app this year, y'all. They did say that with the games on there.
Who said that?
The WNBA said that they're gonna do better with the app. That's what they said. They're gonna have everything available. Even though the May 5th game won't be I think it won't be on the app. I think it might be on ESPN, or if it's not on ESPN, it will be on the app. No idea, y'all. They got to get it together though. They got to go all in. It can't be business as usual, and they specifically need to go all in with the marketing. But they're so content with the baby success that they get. Something like All Star is sold out. That's successful to them. I think that's like so. But to them, they're probably All Star is already sold out in Indiana, whatever. I'm like, that's All Star. Like, I don't know, y'all. Anyway,
Yeah,
I digress.
but like I'm on the Instagram right now. It's like, how do I explain this? They're not posting WNBA content. They're posting team content. Like, this looks like content they just took off of these players' pages.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Like, yes.
You get what? Yeah. Like it don't feel like if you go to NBA, if you go to the NBA Instagram, like, I don't know, man. This is whack. Like, this is not like if you go to NBA.com, NBA Instagram, and then go to like the Lakers or the Timberwolves Instagram, you can tell the difference, like in the marketing. Like, it looked like they just clipping off of what teams are posting. Like, you're posting like a 5-second training camp video, and you're using that as content.
Insane.
That's lame.
It's super lame. It's super insane. Let me get to this super chat.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had.
Shout out to Brandon Sleep for the $1.99 super chat. Some super corny stuff teams are doing. I hear you, Brandon. I hear you. No, I definitely noticed that they're just, I noticed that too. I'm like, y'all just taking whatever is on their pages and reposting it. And 5 seconds of 5 seconds of train, or even, whatever of them doing running plays, that's not enough to connect you to these players. And that's what marketing is, y'all. You have to feel like you know these people, even though you don't, even if you may never meet them again, any of that. Personality would take you everywhere. You get what I'm saying? So they have to make these women human. They got to make the world see them as people and wanting to support their people. That's really all it comes down to. Why do you think people love Cardi B? Yeah, these people are talented, y'all, but there's no reason Cardi B should be as big as she is. But she was just herself, and just people just feel like me. I can relate to her in whatever way I can. All walks of life, even if they never walked her walk. Same thing with Angel. People love Angel because they feel they can relate to her. They feel she is touchable, even if she isn't. So I pray that these teams do better.
Like when something hit me when you were saying earlier, like, stop sending Reese and Caitlin Clark out there, right?
To do your bidding.
Stop sending them. Stop sending them. It's like I'll use a club analogy, right? Let's say I have a man cave, right? Nice man cave in my backyard, right? Stop sending them out in the field to the club. Bring the club to you. Because at the end of the day, whatever Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, or whoever else, Asia Wilson is doing out there in the field, that doesn't bring eyes to you because they're not wearing NBA gear when they're out there because it's like something professional, whatever like that. Like, bring the crowd to you because in turn, the people who actually aren't basketball fans, right, that just love artists, that just love social media hype, they're coming follow them as well, just like the players that follow. That's why I say they need to take a page from Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and whoever else and Paige Becker's, the fans that they're bringing in. Artists can do the same thing. Like artists can literally do the same thing. Like, look at the NBA playoffs. Every year they go get the hottest artists and they make them make a track for the playoffs.
Hello?
Like did the WNBA have a track last year?
No, and they didn't have a track for the playoffs for real. And then I think for All-Star, it was Flaw J and two other. It might have been Lotto and some. I think it was Lotto. I can't remember, but it was just. Then they had Pitbull perform. I think. Man, Pitbull. Look, Mr. Worldwide. No disrespect. I love Pitbull. Don't get me wrong now, Mr.
No
Worldwide.
disrespect. No, disrespect. No, disrespect. Look here. I ain't sugarcoating nothing in the rest of 2025. Disrespect. What are you doing? Look, I've been saying this for a while. Look. We always complain about nepotism and all this other stuff and unqualified people. Sometimes you can be unqualified just by the times. Y'all. Some of these people in position are actually unqualified for the positions they have because when they was getting their degrees and getting their experience, the world didn't operate the way it works now. So technically, all that education you got back in the 70s and 60s and early 80s, you're really unqualified for these positions. Facts. Your degrees are useless.
Exactly. And then they don't get recertified. They don't do no new training. They don't update themselves on what's going on nowadays. And it leaves them far, far behind. I mean, as soon as I looked it up, y'all, I'm just being funny. Don't be like me. But I seen the name Phil Cook. Like, the name itself, I was like, yeah, he out of touch. Like, Phil Cook, like.
How old he is? How old he is?
It doesn't say. Let's see. It doesn't say, but if he was at Nike for over 20 years,
he old.
Yeah, like, you definitely out of touch. He was at Nike for 20 years. Like, come on.
He old. Yeah,
he definitely old. Definitely old. So, oh man, it got to get better. But I ain't gonna hold my breath because I mean, I thought they were gonna do better. Let me ask this question and then we're gonna move on. Do you by any chance think they move on from Kathy Engelberg within the next 3 years?
See, this is the thing. I don't think they can do it until she's done everything she can do, because there was numbers that were pulled. See, this is the thing. People got to remember the WNBA is every sports, it's a business. As fans, we just see it as entertainment. But at the end of the day, that entertainment comes with a cost to them. It's marketing dollars, like we talk about. It's contracts, stadiums. A lot of these owners don't actually own these stadiums that these teams play in. They just own the team. They rent out these. Like, I had a conversation about it the other day. They didn't even realize the Lakers didn't own the Staples Center or was Crypto Arena now. Like, they were no, they don't own that arena. They rent it. That's why that's why in January the Lakers go on the road for like almost the entire thing, because the Grammys come to town or whatever. Because they don't actually own it, and the Grammys rent it out for like that whole weekend or whatever. But I don't know, man. She came from a corporate. So the reason they brought her in, she came from a corporate background. She worked for Dell. She worked for Fidelity, the investment company, back in her earlier years. So she had a lot of sponsor dollars and business connections and investment connections that the WNBA needs to continue to try to build their capital up. That's what the WNBA probably doing right now. They're just building their capital. You need capital to like continue to expand. So I think they're just trying to build their capital up, utilizing her resources. And they had a write-up came out like I think like last month or something. I was about to do a story on it, added to one of my things, but I never got around to doing it. Where she brought in 14 new investment companies since she's been in charge, at over like $200 million of investments or whatever like that per year. So she's bringing in what her background is. It's just that they need to. I get why she's there. She's bringing in that. What they need to do, Key. They need to get her a liaison. Like, look, somebody needs to just go sit in her office and be like, "Hey, Kathy, look here. Let's swallow some of your pride. We're gonna get you a liaison." Because that's what it probably is. She thinks she won't control everything. She needs a liaison because she's out of touch as well.
Yeah,
like she's not funny. She was at the draft introducing the play. She's not funny. She's corny. She's dry. She thinks she has a better person. She thinks her personality is better than it actually is. Yes. You can tell by how she talks. She thinks she's funnier. I had teachers like her. In college, I had teachers. She thinks she's funnier than she actually is.
Right.
So maybe she needs a liaison. I don't know.
Facts. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that's what it is, and I agree that with what you're saying about her thinking she's funny than she is, and her personality, like she's more personable than she really is, and it's very dry. It's very dry. I think for sure, and this isn't something where like I think for sure, like this is something where you're like I need a young mind around this. Now I'm not saying to go pick a 25, whatever.
Yeah. Just somebody that's in tune with the,
tune, just a young in tune. No, I mean, even I'll be trying to figure out all this stuff at 34. I'll be like, what is going on? So, I mean, they just need somebody who just knows their stuff when it comes to marketing. Everything else, whatever, I can deal. I can deal if the marketing was good. Everything about Unrivaled wasn't perfect, but I know, you know what I'm saying? I dealt with it. Right. But we got to
the chief marketing officer for the NBA is an Asian lady. She's like 42. She talks about like continuing to introduce Gen Z and all of that stuff. Like that's what they need. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. This Tim Cook, whatever his name is, he got to go.
Phil,
he got to go. Because look, Keith, think about this. Think about this. I've seen high school social media accounts ran better than the WNBA. So whatever you paying him, you talking about you don't got no money, you need to go find one of them because apparently they don't cost that much. So you probably could save some money and make some money by going find one of them.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Come on, man.
It's sad. You can't be a major corporation like that and not do better than they doing. But you're absolutely right.
I'm not even excited for the season. Like, no, it's training camp, and I'm not like Friday.
Yeah, like let's go. Like, right. I agree. And when Unrivaled was over, I'm like, all right, what's next? And we had to finish out final, all of that college basketball and stuff. And then I'm like, man, now NBA. But they don't get you hyped and ready for it for real. You just kind of going through the motions because you're gonna watch, you're gonna, all of that. But it's not like, oh, this is about to be some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about hyping up the rivalries and stuff. They did the rivalry week crap, but I digress. That crap is the rivalry week is weak. How about that? The rivalry week is weak. That was a marketing thing. I think they tried
rivalry week coming up, right? How far is rivalry week? Is it because I know it's for the Commissioner's Cup. Is that the first week of the season? Is rivalry week the first week of the season?
I don't know the exact week. Let me go on it. I don't know
because that should be on their social media right now. They should be getting that once a week, just posting about rivalry week, like the teams that's playing against each other, posting some of their old games. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the chat say rivalry week is the end of the season.
What? Wait, are y'all sure about that? That makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
Why would it be the end of the season? Y'all, my name Bennett and I ain't in it.
What? Hold on, I gotta check. I'm about to Google this.
Yeah, I'm on the WNBA page. You know what? I need to go on the app. Let me go on the app and see if they got something on there. I mean, that don't make no sense.
WNBA rivalry week. No, it's the first game of the season. It's August 9th through the 13th.
Oh, bet. Okay. Yeah. I was
Again, that's the beginning of the season. Start hyping that up, man. Like, I don't know, man.
Facts. Yeah, facts. And
Start hyping that up. Get the juices flowing. You know what I'm saying? Post some videos of somebody clotheslining somebody or something. Like, let's get this going, man.
No, facts. What I would do, that clip with Angel and Nafisa from Unrivaled.
Because let me see.
Well, I don't know if they can take that footage, but
rivalry week, Chicago plays the Fever. Hype that game up from last year. The Lynx played the Liberty. Hype that game up. That was the championship game. Look, you don't even got to do a video for that one. You could go get somebody with a nice voice and do some analoging for it. Like talk about revenge for Nafisa and Liberty wanting to show them up again. Like, you don't even need a song for that one. Hey, man, WNBA, hire the boy, man. Bring me on board, man. Because y'all, look, I have fans out y'all pulling up to people's houses. Look, get me on board, man.
Easy. I know. It's too easy, man. It's too easy.
That's crazy, man.
They lazy, man. Yeah, facts. They lazy. It makes no sense, man. But man, I'm hoping that they get better at it. But again, I'm not gonna hold my breath. But we're talking about training camp footage and all of that stuff. Some terrible news, man. Some terrible news. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm sick of it. Hate to hear that Georgia A. Moore down for the Mystics. Suffered a right ACL injury at practice on Tuesday. Prayers up, man. I mean, that just has to be terrible. For sure, she's gonna pull through, but not gonna get too deep in this, man. These companies, y'all gonna have to figure it out. Paige already touched on this, where a lot of shoes are not made with women specifically in mind and their bodies and how they are. Now, women obviously are more prone to injury too, but they're coming up with a lot of science to look into this and fix these things. Paige actually does a lot of that with her sneakers. They put this, like, I don't even know, y'all, stuff in her sneakers, and then they look at it on their computer to just see and be able to be more advanced in catching an injury before it even happens. And that's for both genders. So glad that they're coming up with stuff like that. But hate to hear that happening to Georgia A. Moore, man. God, Juju, like, it's just, I feel like, God, it's just been so many injuries as of recently. But, you know, every season you have a few. What does this mean, though, y'all? What does this mean for the rebuilding Mystics? It's clear that the Mystics were in a rebuild when the draft came around. I mean, when they traded for the pick, all of that, it kind of became, for a while, they were stalled. We didn't really hear much, nothing, and then things started to move. The people they chose to pick in the draft also tells you that, you know, they are in a rebuild, because I felt like picking certain players mean they're probably going to trade away or let go of certain players. But now Georgia A. Moore is down. I'm thinking Lucy Olsen steps in because of that. Do you think that they cut do you think they cut her because of the injury, or wait and see?
If Seattle hasn't cut what her name is, Mika Mule,
yeah.
If they ain't cut her yet, I don't look. First of all, the Mystics ain't no place to cut nobody.
Yeah,
They should be trying to get all the talent they can get. They ain't in no position to cut. Key, they ain't in a position to cut you. They ain't in a position to cut nobody. You go out there and give them a couple threes and go sit down. Just look like, hey, y'all, hey, Mystic, just let Key come stand in the corner. Give y'all 2 threes, gang. Come, go sit down, man. Y'all ain't in a position to cut nobody, first of all. I think this is what I think happens though. I think Giorgio Moore never starts for the Mystics because I was already a fan of Lucy Olsen. I think Lucy Olsen, see, I always tell people this, Key. College and professional sports are different. Some games just aren't meant for college. It's like a standover kind of thing. It's like, let me just get by these couple years, get through college, because my game is really a professional game. So, and that's why you'll see some picks, you'll have high hopes for them, but they won't be what they were in college because their game is more suited for a college style of play. So I think Lucy Olsen is just a better professional basketball player than Giorgio Moore is. College-wise, Giorgio Moore is better because of the not as much spacing, being able to be shifty. In college, your shiftiness helps. In the WNBA, you don't need to be that shifty to be good because of the spacing. The floor is a little more space. The double teams don't happen as much because the other 4 players are good as well. So you can't just be double teaming the best player. You can't run a box and 1 in professional. And probably at Kentucky, they probably ran a box and 1. Like they probably ran a box and 1 sometimes. Like I think Lucy Olsen her game is a little more methodical. It's a little more mature. I think her game is more mature than Giorgio Moore's game. So 2 things. I think Lucy Olsen will take her spot and Giorgio Moore will never start for the Washington Mystics. Secondly, I am, and again, speedy recovery to Giorgio Moore. I was a fan of her in college. I raved about her jump shot, her offense, not her defense so much, but her offense. So speedy recovery to her. Her quickness. See, this is the thing. She's going to miss this entire season. She comes back next year. How does she look in training camp? That's going to be the key to her future with the Mystics. How does she look in training camp? The third part to this is 3 parts. It's 3 parts to this. Remember, I just said she'll never start for the Mystics. So that makes her even less valuable. Because before she got injured, she was the probable starter, right? So her not probably starting for the Mystics again, because I think Lucy Olsen gonna hold it down. So that makes her less valuable, Key. Now, this is the third part. How good will the Mystics be next year?
I mean, I ain't expect them. I have them in the bottom.
In turn, what does that do though? Now they got another opportunity at a top 3 pick. Do they say, now we go get our point guard? And then what that does for Giorgio Moore? She comes back to training camp. Her twitch, because Giorgio Moore is great. If you watch her in college, it was the way that she was able to be shifty, get off her shot. That's all legs. Getting off your shot quick, that's leg strength. That's not upper body, that's leg strength. Because you got to be able to plant and hop quickly. It's all about your instincts. And when them ACL tears happens, you lose some of that. And it takes a while to build that muscle memory back up to get there. And it takes a year, sometimes 2 years to get that twitch back. So how does in training camp, Mystics go out there with a top 3 pick and go get them another ball handler. Lucy Olsen holds it down. Key, do you think she plays for the Mystics? If it plays out like that, do you think they still give her a chance?
If it plays out like that, they likely cut her. To next, like in training camp next year. Because her rookie is it guaranteed through the next 4 years?
This is the thing. She hasn't played a game yet.
Yeah.
And remember the CBA is coming up. So I don't know how that's going to affect her contract.
Yeah.
And she hasn't played a game yet. So none of her money has been guaranteed yet.
Yeah.
Your money isn't guaranteed. Your money isn't guaranteed till the season starts.
Yeah.
So like nobody's money is guaranteed during the preseason. Your money isn't guaranteed till the season starts when you're coming in on a rookie contract. That's why rookies can get cut. That's why I said when I did my show one time, there's been only 25% of top 10 picks from the last 10 years played more than 2 years. So they can cut you because how the money's guaranteed, but I don't know how the new CBA is going to affect that. Again, I hope speedy recovery. I like her as a kind of shifty guard that can get you some quick instant offense. I'm not too fond of her facilitation, but I liked her as a guard. She kind of got that Haley Van Lith kind of game. So I didn't mind her as a guard on my team. Now we talked about Sykes, Key. What you think they do with Sykes now? Do they trade her mid-season or do they keep her?
See, so with Sykes, the Sykes thing is super interesting because I'm like, oh man, I thought she was gonna be possibly one of those trades. So now I think they might actually end up keeping Sykes due to that. I do think they possibly keep Sykes, let her finish out the contract because of that. So I think Sykes might be there. Then I think Citron gets hella playing time now for sure, which I felt that way anyway. That Citron.
Yeah, I always thought Citron was going to start at day 3. I always thought Citron was going to start at day 3.
Yeah,
I'm looking at their roster right now. They don't have another ball handler on that team
besides Lucy.
Yeah,
so
that's
Sykes and Lucy. Well, Melbourne.
See, nah. She ain't
they use her. No, I've seen them use her as a ball handler. I've seen them use Melbourne as a ball handler. That's all I'm saying.
Key. What they got them Key?
So they're not trying to get nowhere. They in the Juju sweepstakes if we being for real. So
because they know they gonna get them nowhere. You're right. They gonna play her. They gonna play Melbourne because they know it ain't gonna get them nowhere. They need that pick. So you know what? I ain't even gonna argue with you about that one. You right. I forgot about that.
It's not like they really putting in work next year to make it to the playoffs. So they might now that Georgia's gone, they can't even try that. They might let Melbourne do a little bit more, but it'll likely be Sykes and Lucy. I feel like.
I got them winning. I got them winning 10 games.
I'm trying to think, and then I guess they. No, I mean Citron would still be at the 3. Be at the 2.
So look, I can pull it.
Okay.
Look, I can pull a roster up for you, so you can just take a look at it.
Okay, Sonia, don't know, Lucy. All right, you could scroll. Yeah. Oh, they did pick up. Zay. Like, who is they too? Am I tripping?
Look, I think they was going to depend on. Look, that's why I told. Look, people was arguing with me. I was like, I think Lucy Olsen has a good chance to start at the 2.
But now, or maybe they go Sykes, Lucy,
Citron. Sykes, Lucy, Citron, Aaliyah Edwards, and Stephanie Dosen.
Okay.
But then who's you don't got no bench. I mean, Kiki and I think I don't know what going on with this right here. This situation.
I don't know. That's another trade though I see happening possibly. If it's not Steph or they got too many. I mean, it's not too many bigs, I guess. I guess it's not too many bigs. Yeah, never mind. Maybe not. It's not too many bigs. I don't want to see Kiki at the 5. That's not something I want to do.
They don't got a lot of guards though. They don't have a lot of guards. I mean, but Citron can handle the ball a little bit. I don't know what that looks like in the WNBA. Her handles, because you're gonna be pressured a little more.
Yeah.
Like, so in the game a little faster. Like, and Citron's not a quick player. She's a little slower. I just like Citron because she's smart. She can catch and shoot.
Yeah.
She does the right thing.
Facts.
I don't know. I got to win in 8 games.
I mean, the Valks is gonna be the Valks are not gonna be good. The Sun, questionable. So maybe a little bit more than 10, but they're not gonna be a top team. But I don't think that's what they were looking for. I think they were like, we're about to go into a rebuild, and just maybe try to get something for players, before they're released in 2026. So I thought Sykes might have been on the chopping block. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know what trades might happen or might not happen. It do look like they don't have a lot of guards unless I'm tripping, but I mean, Georgia Amore going down was inopportune for them for sure.
I need to find out, like, I need to go do some research. Does the Mystics like spending money? Because they don't have no real contracts going into free agency.
So they just
think about this. You can go and get 2 good players, keep Aaliyah Edwards, keep Lucy Olsen, and you might be working with something.
I mean, they have something there. Let's be clear. The Mystics to me did a great job in the draft. You know what I'm saying? Georgia Amore is a little questionable, but it's not a terrible pick. But I think they have something there. It's just what they're gonna do mid-season 2025 and what they do in the off season in 2026 and in the draft next year. What I was gonna say though was they have a whole new revamp there though. So remember, it was the son and the father. The father was the GM, the son was the coach, and they finally fired them. You understand me? So now they finally have a new GM, it may have been that they weren't spent, or like, you know what I'm saying? And now this new GM, I don't know, maybe now this new GM is gonna get them going and do things differently than they have done them in the past. So it's definitely to be seen. I'm not sleeping on the Mystic in the future. If they get the right picks and develop them and bring them along, they could be a scary team in the future for sure. So
yeah, they just got to keep Aaliyah Edwards, Lucy Olsen. Maybe Georgia Moore could come back and be herself in a year or 2. Citron, Kiki. I think, see, this is the thing. It's going to have to be Kiki or Shakira. They're going to have to choose.
But they got to figure out where they want to play, because I don't want to see, for the love of God, I do not want to see Kiki at the 5.
I don't want to see Kiki at the. Does Aaliyah Edwards go to your 5?
She can play the 5. I don't know if that's the best thing for her, and how, I don't know. Some players be like, I want to be a 4. I want to develop.
Because I mean, outside of Stephanie Dolson and Shakira, she the next tallest.
Was she 6'4"?
Huh?
She's 6'4", right?
Yeah, 6'2". See, some websites got a 6'3", some got a 6'4". So she probably in there. So she in that range somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to choose Shakira. I mean, she has a good game. But she gets played at the 5, but she's super awkward at the 5. Like, not awkward.
Yeah, it don't look right. It don't look right. Yeah.
She's not a rebound. Like, she's super athletic, but not a rebounder, not a shot.
Yeah.
She struggles to defend.
I mean, you 6'5" and you only average 6 rebounds a game.
Like, she really be wanting to be a 4. That's why she really be wanting to be a 4. So that's another thing. You got 3, 4, you know what I mean? Or should be 4s. You're going to try to force them into position, but that's like not the best of their game. but that's life. It happens.
Yeah,
It happens.
because I mean, last year Aaliyah Edwards averaged more rebounds than Stephanie Dosen, and she ain't even start.
Stephanie Dosen is another one who is like,
move it to the 4. Look, move it to the 4. I mean, move Aaliyah Edwards to the 5. See what you got with Kiki at the 4. See if it works. See if that front court works. If it doesn't work, you move off of one of them, or one of them come off the bench.
I'm taking Kiki over Shakira personally. So
I am too, because I've seen Shakira already. I've seen her. She ain't the piece I need, right? I've seen her. Let me see what Kiki got playing alongside Aaliyah Edwards. Let me see if their front court works. Let me see what it looks like for a year. Then going into next year's free agency, I can say, hey, I'll package up this player, or hey, I got 2 top 5, 2 top 10 draft picks. Let me go get me another front court player and another guard. Like, I mean, the Mystics is in a good place because nobody's expecting them to win. They ain't got to go out there and put together the best team. They just got to go out there and see what they got to keep going into 2026.
They're going to have to get a dominant big, period, at the 5. They don't have right now. They do not have a dominant big at the 5.
So
they don't.
This is the thing, though, Key. How long does Jacquel Jones play?
What you mean?
How long does Jacquel Jones stay in the WNBA? How long you think she got left?
What year she on? 10, like 10 or something like that?
Who, Jacquel?
Am I going too far? Is 10 too far?
No,
I'm thinking of Tina Charles or some shit. How many years? Let me see.
Oh no, 10 might be too low. I don't know.
Oh, too low.
I don't know if it is. I'm just saying it might be too. I don't know. I don't know what year Jacquel on. Let me see.
2016. I just asked Siri. She was
Okay,
drafted
so
in
she on year
about to be 10 years. It's about to be 10
About to be
years.
10, yeah.
Yeah.
About to be 10.
You know these ladies will play till they blue in the face.
But no, what I'm saying is, okay, Jacquel Jones, how long does she have left as Jacquel Jones? For you to be saying, I gotta go get a dominant set. I'm trying to play timeline devil's advocate here.
Devil's advocate. I mean,
and does Jacquel Jones is not even a real bruiser though.
Nah, first of all, she's not a okay. So do you think I'm saying when I say dominant big, you think I'm talking about JJ?
Yeah.
I'm not. JJ don't come like, damn. I don't know. What am I trying to say? JJ just got Finals MVP, so I do think she has some great years left in her. But JJ is such a lazy. I can't explain what I'm trying to say. She's not the big I'm thinking of per se, but when I say that Mystics need a dominant big, obviously if you could get JJ at your 5, that's amazing. So I'm not saying that, but she's like not the person I was thinking of. But I definitely think she got some. Yeah, I think she got some years left in her just winning Finals MVP. She's a sure thing. Like, she's a sure thing. I mean, she's the reason they won that championship, if you ask me.
Yeah. So Jacquel Jones isn't athletic. She kind of got that DeMarcus Cousins kind of game.
Yeah.
Like that's really her comp. DeMarcus Cousins is really her comp. Like if I was to do a NBA comp for her, it would be like she got that DeMarcus Cousins kind of game, can stretch the floor. They can be a bruising big, but they don't do it consistently because deliberately like to keep the floor spread. So she's not just in the post like that. She's not backing you down every play, but she can be bruising. I mean, she did it against the Lynx, like just back to the basket. She is kind of brutal. But it ain't, you don't look at Jacquel Jones and say, we got a plan for Jacquel Jones to post us up. That's not how you plan for Jacquel Jones.
I think that's what I was saying. That's more so what I meant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. It's not to say Jacquel Jones ain't gonna use her sides. It's just that game plan wise, you're not game planning for Jacquel Jones to just have you in the post the entire game. That's not how you're game planning.
Nah, man. Yeah, there's a lot of things to her game. So I mean, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Jacquard Jones is more of an outside in than the inside out kind of player. She's more outside in. Once you start leaking out to the 3-point line or to the wing trying to guard her, that's when she goes in. She for some reason she moves quick when she about to get the ball. I'd be watching her play and I'd be like, where that speed came from?
Yo, because she's
like,
so
you're walking up and down the court.
Yeah,
when she's cutting,
you know what it is. JJ is so talented. JJ is so talented, but she can be lazy. JJ can be lazy, seriously. But then, like you just said, when she catch interest, then now you know what I'm saying, out of nowhere, she could take over. It's weird. It's funny, but maybe it's like I got Breanna Stewart on my team or something where she be a little bit more lax.
I got Breanna and Sabrina. I can kind of play in tandem with them versus just kind of like doing my own thing. I can get my points just off of people. I'm gonna let them attract the attention so I can score easily.
Yeah, for sure.
That's kind of how her game is. I'm gonna let them get the attention. So what I'm asking you, okay, you got Jacquard Jones.
Right. Okay, go ahead.
Breon Jones and BG. What they at? Where they at? How long you think they got left?
Jonquel got. In my opinion, Jonquel got 5 to 7 years left. Okay,
Jonquel, but I'm talking about BG and Breon Jones.
Breon Jones.
I'm trying to go through the list of the dominant bigs to try to make my point about Aaliyah Edwards can work at the 5. Because if you think long term, she put a little more weight on. Again, she can put 10 to, because she doesn't use her like she isn't some high leaper. She put 10 to 15 pounds on over the next 2, 3 years. She can play the 5.
Here's why she can play the 5 too, because the game is not going to stay the same. You get what I'm saying? If that makes sense, like
it's going to continue to expand.
Be what they call positionless and stuff and things of that nature. That's why eventually, she could play the 5 at some point. Because
I'm thinking like I'm thinking of like back to the basket bigs. That's the only way you would be like, we can have Aaliyah Edwards be our starting 5 for the next 5 years, right? If you had a league of you had 5+ back to the basket bigs, I don't think there's many back to the basket bigs. And the ones that are back to the basket, I don't think they're going to be around long enough to stop her from playing the 5. If you get what I'm saying. Like you can play the long game with her. Like she might get beat up her first 2 years, but by her 3rd year, most of them are probably phased out or not as talented as they used to be. If I'm just putting on my GM hat and saying, over the next 2 years, do we got to go big game hunting with our draft picks with another front court player, or can we see what Kiki and Aaliyah Edwards got?
Yeah.
And just go straight and get straight dogs. I can go to my wings and guards and go draft straight dogs.
Yeah, I feel that for sure. I think Aaliyah Edwards is capable. And even if it's touch mid, like you don't go crazy and you get a late front court pick or something like that. Like she don't have to play a lot of minutes per se. I feel like, you know what I'm saying too, if that's the case. Because I'm thinking about her height. I don't know why she be looking so short to me, but maybe she not really as short as I think at the 5. Yeah. Because that spot is getting that taller, I guess. It's about the same.
The center position?
I guess you always got a few throughout that's just astronomical, like a BG, you know what I mean? Like a BG, a Malonga, a JJ, they be 6'9", 6'7", it's like, but everybody else is around 6'3", 6'4" at the center. 6'4", 6'5". So
yeah, between 6'3". Most centers, the average center in the WNBA right now is probably like 6'3" to 6'5". Like you got your anomalies with the 6'6s with the Jacquard Joneses, right, but the rest of them they're in that 6. The rest of them, even the backups, they're in that 6'3" to 6'5" range.
Yeah.
And again, you can play bigger than your height.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I can play 2 inches taller than I am. It's up to me though. I can play like Georgia Moore. Yes, she's 5'6", but she can play 5'10" if she wants to. if she had it in her to be like, I'm gonna play bigger than I actually am.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's
I've definitely
possible.
seen people do it. Let me get to these super chats.
Is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had.
Hey, shout out to Brandon Sleep for another super chat. For my super chat, what do you think Paige's first year will be like? Hold on, real quick, Brandon. Let me get to these other super chats and we'll get back to that. B Will, shout out to B Will for the $2 super chat. Edwards is gonna be a feed type player, in my opinion. Another chat, Edwards would be wasted at the 5, in my opinion.
She could be, but you wouldn't get a high. You drafted Kiki too high to not see what she could do.
Yeah. I mean, it remains to be seen. We're gonna see what they do, y'all. We're gonna see who they trade off, who they keep, and where we kind of go from there. But again, prayers up to Georgia A. Moore, speedy recovery, and hopefully she can get a spot when she comes back. I mean, there'll be 2 more teams and just other teams. It's gonna be anarchy in 2026. So she come back healthy, do her thing. She could be starter or a backup somewhere. I'm sure of it. So we'll see. To answer your question, Brandon Sleep said, what do you think Paige's first year will be like? I'm not sure specifically what you're meaning by that, Brandon, but I mean, I think it'll be a good year. I want to. There'll obviously be a learning curve, but Paige is extremely smart when it comes to basketball. So I don't imagine it being like crazy, you know what I'm saying, for her. I think Gino prepares his players pretty well as well. And someone like Paige, I just don't see her struggling too much. But I think she'll have a good year. I mean, I got her being rookie of the year, all rookie first team, and possibly sneaking into a WNBA first team if she really go crazy or something happens where she gets a lot of usage in that way. So I mean that's how I imagine that she's gonna be good, solid.
Yeah. Same
Page, reaching other limits. That's what I see when it comes to Paige. What about you, Zoe?
I got her. Paige rookie year will be patient. That's the word for her rookie season. Patient. Because she got a lot of things going against her in her first year. They don't know if her running mate is going to be there. And I don't think the league or Paige has figured out what her real position is.
At all.
So that's why I say patience, because I think they're going to try her at different positions throughout the season. Like one game, she might start at point guard. A couple games, she might start at the 2. A couple games, she might start at the 3. Or even if not start, she'll get heavy minutes at the 3 when you bring your smaller guards in. So patience, because I think they need to figure out what she's best at. Because she's probably going to go in as the point guard, but that can change because of how she plays. And that can change according to how good the players are around her. Like, if her facilitation isn't what it needed to be, because again, all those passes, they don't look as good at the next level because the players that are guarding those players you passing to are just a little bit more talented. Where that little pass, that little dump ball pass she do at UConn, it ain't there no more. So now she got to adjust to the way she passes. Who knows what her passing is going to look like? I got her at 15, 6, and 4 her rookie season.
Yeah, it's either gonna be quiet in Dallas high, good energy, or we gonna see a little anarchy from them too. If they trade away Enrique mid-season or before the trade deadline, I think Paige will be relied on a lot more if that happens. And at that point, you know what I'm saying, we don't even know what her numbers will be, etc. At that point, if she's relied on more, if Enrique is traded away. Now that's to be seen. Maybe she doesn't get traded away. Maybe they work in a beautiful way. All of that. So, I mean, but Paige is Paige, man. I'm not worried about Paige. That's just not a player I'm worried about. But let's get into another player who got a training camp invite after going undrafted, Deja Kelly. Shout out to the Aces. Shout out to Deja Kelly for getting that training camp invite. I was happy to see it, happy to see her get a shot, truly, after going undrafted. But what do you think about the Aces offering Deja Kelly a training camp contract after going undrafted? 1 second, actually. Hey, it's 147 of y'all in here. Please make sure you hit the like button on both pages, comment on both pages, subscribe to both pages, and hit the all notification button so you know every single time we go live. Thank y'all so much for coming through. Seriously, we could not do it without y'all support. So we appreciate y'all kicking it with us for even this long. But yeah, go ahead and let me
make sure you go to IMZO Media, become a member. I got 4 different tiers. Check out the perks before you sign up for it. Remember, you have to do it on the actual website and not your phone. If you're doing it from your phone, you have to go to your web browser. Just click the join button right underneath the description. And be sure to subscribe to both our channels. Give my girl Keita 1,000. If you follow me, go follow WBB Universe, man. Again, I'm at 17 members. My goal is to get to 25 members by the end of May. So if you're not a member, go subscribe and become a member of IMZO Media. It comes from some amazing.
Y'all go check that out.
Y'all go pay y'all money to Netflix monthly.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. Y'all pay for them apps for sure. And I just started my tier 1. I haven't added my other tiers. So y'all go over to my page as well, and you could become a member of my tier 1 so far. And I'm at 939 subscribers, y'all. Seriously, by the end of this video, I should get to 940, at least 940, 945 if you're feeling overzealous. But yeah, shout out to y'all for coming through. So what do you think about Las Vegas giving Deja Kelly a training camp contract? Is it worth it, etc.?
What happened to her?
I don't think nothing happened to her. You feel
like she just fell off?
I don't think that's the case. I don't think she fell off. I think she went to Oregon. So from my understanding, the transfer into Oregon was not it was because she actually could not go back to North Carolina or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Somebody fact check me. I read that it wasn't like she was like, I'm transferring. It was like, I think it was on some Dejanay Carrington stuff. Like, I think she couldn't go back after she graduated or something. I think she graduated. Am I tripping? I don't know, y'all. Don't read too much into it. But she went over to Oregon. And I
thought she went to Oregon for branding deals, because Oregon is the college for Nike, and she's the Nike brand ambassador.
Got you. I don't know. It could have been that. It could.
And remember, North Carolina is Jordan, even though it's under Nike. It's still 2 different brands. They like to try to separate it.
Yeah, I don't feel like. I think this year it was just players were in the right spots at the right time to get the most noise. Yeah, she graduated. Okay. I was like, I know I ain't tripping. And so I think that it's just one of those things that it just didn't work out in her favor. when she went over there. And
Why didn't she come out last year? Like, it had nobody in the draft. Last year's draft didn't have that many guards.
yeah,
Why didn't she come out? Because she thought she wasn't going to be a lottery pick. I think if she would have came out last year, she would have had a better chance of being picked.
yeah.
She didn't even get picked. Because last year she averaged like 16 and 6 or something. This year she only averaged like 14 and 4. I mean 12 and 4. And she only shot like 28% from 3.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was just other people this year at least had more behind them than her. And were bigger prospects than her. And I think they just don't know if she can make it at the next level. But Las Vegas.
Well, how do you view her? How do you view her?
I'm not gonna lie.
Player she.
So I haven't seen enough of her to give a proper evaluation. However, when I have watched her play, I think she's nice. I like her game. I feel like both teams she was on, she was like a sure shot. You feel me? They go to her in moments, big moments. I saw Oregon do that multiple times this year to hit that midi. I haven't been able to see her point guard skills too much, so I can't give a factual analysis because I haven't seen too much of her game. I saw her with North Carolina, but it was more so when she got knocked out by South Carolina, and that was like a huge so I didn't get to see much of her. I mean, what kind of point guard or shooting guard do you see her as?
She's a kind of combo guard, but she can run an offense. She's not going to run it efficiently, but she can get the ball to who it needs to go to, if that makes sense. It won't be efficient because she's a better scorer than facilitator, so it won't be efficient. Her court vision needs a little work. Her defense as well needs a little work. She isn't shifty on defense. She likes some of the defensive intangibles as far as playing passing lanes, jumping in front of penetration. She likes some of those, but she's smart though. She's a great help defender on defense. She'll still jump passes. She'll steal the ball from behind when you're trying to post up, dribble. She's smart, but she just is crazy that she's smart, but yet lacks some intangibles it takes to kind of be a good player. Like, you could tell something's missing in her game. Offensively, she can score with the best of them. It's just something's missing from her game. Like, tune in at 8:30. I will be doing the Las Vegas Aces draft pick player profile, so I don't want to give too much of like her WNBA comps. That's why I'm kind of like going through just her play style. Like, she's quicker than you think she is. The shape she looks a little heavy. She's very quick. Like, she's very shifty, good first step. Can attack the rim great. Her efficiency needs work. She only shoots 30% for her career from 3. She did have 1 year where she shot 36. But outside of that, it's been around that 30 range. And then last year she only shot, I think 23% from 3. Last year it was only like 23% from 3 and like 36% from the field. So she had a down year. Going to Oregon did not help her, and I think that's why she didn't get drafted, because she couldn't shoot. She literally couldn't shoot.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely possible, but I want to believe that they don't base it off of 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder if they feel like
surprised.
They don't know. I mean, I wonder if they feel like they don't know what to do with her. And because the WNBA, as it stands, I know where it is going, but sometimes they very much want you to be like, if you don't got the vision, you know what I'm saying? It's very much like, are you a point guard or are you I mean, not saying they don't have combo guards. I can't explain what I'm saying, but she's not fire at either one. It's weird. It's not like she's so good as a point guard or so good as a 2 guard or even so good as both. I think that's what
Yeah.
it is. I think that she doesn't give like, you know, I need her even second string. It's like, I don't really know.
You don't know where to put her. You don't know
You
where
don't know what to
put
really
her
do with
in the
her or what
set.
to
Like you don't know where
believe
to put her.
in. Yeah, or what to believe in her skill set. I definitely think, but it's definitely possible for potential though. Like maybe it's possible. Okay, she does. She has running offense. Maybe not too efficiently, but maybe we could teach her or something like that. Nice mid range game, more than the three, but I don't know.
I don't think she makes it past training camp though,
Damn.
because and I'm
With
gonna
who's in
explain it
front of
later.
her, I don't think so either. I think with who's in front of her, I think it's gonna be a struggle.
The Aces don't need what she has.
Yeah.
Like the Aces don't need what she has, and there's a player on her team who's literally the same comp as her. I'll get into that later. There's a player on her team who's literally her comp. So, and I don't think she's going to beat her out.
Well, I mean, it's always good for her.
She's a veteran, so
I think it's good for her to get the experience regardless. Yeah. Also, like other teams could pick her up from this. So
it was just weird because remember she was on that USA team with Reese them doing the TikTok video. Like she was a well-known guard. Like she wasn't just some starting guard. She was on that Olympic team, that USA all American team. Like she just fell off the face of the earth. I'm like, God, where did she go? What happened?
I think it was
she was highly ranked in her class. Like, what happened?
I think it was the wrong year to do anything, to be honest.
Hey, all of you in that transfer portal, be careful. All of you ladies getting in that transfer portal, be careful.
You got to make the right choice. I
don't think that was the right choice.
It may not have been the right choice, and I'd argue that I don't know if you should do that stuff in your last year either. I think you might got it.
I think she should have went. She should have went to LSU.
Possibly.
Because she's a better last tier. She should have went to LSU.
Maybe. Possibly. I mean, she wouldn't be in the position now if she went to LSU.
She's a Kim Mulkey point guard.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. I actually can see
She's a Kim Mulkey type of point guard.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. I can see how she's a Kim Mulkey type point guard. That I can give you. I could see that. Because Kim likes those combo guards. That's her thing. That's for sure her thing.
Yeah,
and she would be in this position unless you.
She could have even went to USC and played with Juju.
Yeah, but she never the second fiddle. And
that's what it was. That's why she went to Garbage, Oregon.
Yeah, because she want to be. She's always been first. You know what I mean? She's never second fiddle. But she, you know, everything everybody say about Reese is definitely possible with her. I ultimately do think it's possible with her where she's like, I'm cool if I make a team, broadcasting. And even making a team or even making a team is actually for her to segue to broadcasting. I don't want to say she can't do both. I'm not saying I don't take her serious. I'm just saying it's possible for her. She really loves that. That's something she really loves and enjoys. And so she's one of them where I'm like, we'll see. But again, she could get picked up by another team. It's for sure possible.
Yeah.
What the hell is Phoenix doing, man? I mean, come on. What's Phoenix doing? People
that's what she should be.
People got
that's
Phoenix,
what she should be.
People got Phoenix ranked high. I'm like, I don't know what y'all are seeing, but I'm not gonna get into that. So I mean, she can end up there.
But look, Key. Georgia Moore is out. Aces cutter.
They
need another guard.
That too. I mean, so it's opportunity there. It's for sure opportunity.
It's an opportunity there.
For sure. Yeah. I can see it.
With the Mercury, if I'm her, I would have got my agent to just hit up the Mercury and see, hey, because I think she's gonna get cut tomorrow morning. Because Ace is supposed to be doing cuts tomorrow morning. Because I know they did cuts today. They cut Jordan today. So supposed to be doing cuts tomorrow morning. I think she'll be on that list because she ain't been having a good camp. She hasn't been having a good camp. And this is how I know. This is how I know Becky Hammond hasn't said her name yet. At all. And none of her pressers at all. Hasn't even mentioned her.
Yikes.
And one of the reporters asked her, "How is your incoming guards doing?" And she didn't even mention her name.
Damn. I mean, and that's the championship caliber team, man. It's hard. You know, it's one thing if she goes to like a Mystics who's rebuilding right now. It's like, you got half of it. Come on, you know what I'm saying? But Becky is no, we winning this year. We winning the championship this year. We let
she don't like rookies anyway. Becky don't like rookies.
I believe it. I believe it. So we'll see. We'll see if they drop Deja tomorrow or in the future. I could definitely see how that's possible. I think the other players, I mean, let me tell y'all, I don't want to stay on this. I want to get on the next topic, but I think Aaliyah Nye she can go ahead and sign the dotted line already. I could tell they love her. I could tell she's doing whatever they need her to do in there, to be honest with you. For sure. And Harmony too, looking like a go-to, to be honest to me. But I mean, we'll see.
I think both of them make it. I think they both make it.
I'm telling you, the footage I've been seeing, I mean, it's the same thing everybody been seeing. Don't get me wrong. But I've been seeing them a lot, but especially Aaliyah Nye. I mean, they got her shooting the 3 ball from everywhere. So
well, remember, they got her because they moved off of their shooters. So she gonna make it. They chose her specifically because they moved off of all their shooters. So she gonna make it. She their best shooter. Day one. She's their best shooter.
I see it. Trust me, I see it. I see the vision of what they got going on. I'm excited to see what they do. All right. Let's get to these draft stashes. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of people on social media talking about this topic. A lot of people have a lot of thoughts about, you know what I'm saying, getting these players and then stashing them. Or these players not coming over. A lot of people were frustrated to see that Malanga's not coming over. I think fans, like, they want to see her play type of thing. And they're just like, you know, all of that. And we don't even get to see her play. And we don't have a tentative time on when she'll be here or anything. So what will the new CBA do to handle the stash players? 14 foreign draft picks have yet to play in the WNBA. I mean, what do you do about that? Do you keep things the same? Do you change that? I've seen people on social media saying, basically, oh God, it's slipping me. Oh, that they feel like foreign players should not come into the draft until they know that should be a requirement. If you're not coming that year, do not declare for the draft.
Look. That's wild. Continue. It's just when I was researching that, I was like, 14. Key. I mean, that's key. That's an entire first round.
Literally, a team. It's a team. It's a team for sure. I definitely think it could work. So both sides is gonna have to do something. I do feel like the WNBA is going to have to create incentives for them to want to come over. Number A. You know what I'm saying? You might have to bump that rookie contract up. They get paid more, I believe, overseas, etc. That's what, Gabby been going ham about for years. So I think you got to create the incentive to have these players come over. And I don't know if it's too harsh to say, hey, y'all can't come over until y'all do declare. I mean, you're coming when you declare for the draft. What do you think about people saying that they should not be allowed to come over unless they're to declare unless they're coming over that year. What you think about that?
This is how I think this is how I think the league should handle that. So those of you who don't know, who've never some of you who probably played college ball up until your senior year, your agent goes to the league office and lets them know you are declaring before the list you don't even get the invite until you declare. You don't even get put on the list until your agent. You can't declare yourself. Your agent or your representative has to declare for you. So for Sifka and Malanga to even come over, they got to declare with the league's front office. So what the league should do is you got to hold these agencies accountable for these draft picks. You got to pay the however long it takes for them to come over. You got to pay their salary. We are not responsible for their salary. You have to pay their salary until they come over because you told us they were declaring for the draft. These agencies got to be held accountable because they're using these foreign players to make money. These agencies, these foreign agencies are operating on bad faith. And again, I think next CBA, they're going to really hone down on it because now it's becoming too much. At first, it was one player here and there, but now it's just becoming this year, 2 of your top 10 picks, possibly 3, might not even be playing. Possibly 3 of your top 10 picks in the 2025 draft probably won't even be coming over. These agencies got to be held responsible because they're the ones going to the league office, writing up and declaring these players eligible for the draft. They're telling the league these players want to come to the WNBA because Sifka isn't even technically old enough as she was in America to even declare. These agencies are going to tell these people. I think these agencies need to be investigated because I think they preying on these foreign players saying, hey, I'm going to represent you, get my 10% incentive or 13% incentive, whatever it is. You don't got to come over. You can come over if you like to, but I'm going to represent you because these leagues are looking at you and they think you got potential. Let me declare you, get a filler, see where you'll land at, and we go from there. These agencies are the problem, Key. Because these foreign players, they can't go to the look. You got a representative or you got an agency that declares for you. These players aren't the one declare themselves. You can't. It's illegal for you to declare yourself, even if you're a senior. Like Paige, even Juju, she can't just go up to the league office and declare herself. Her agency has to do it. Because guess what? She doesn't have the credentials to do it. You gotta have credentials to actually submit the declaration to declare. So that's why you got to get with an agency because it got laws, it got red tape in there where players can't actually declare because of you got to have certifications in certain areas to even if your parents want to represent you, they got to go get a mass communication certificate. They can go get it on LinkedIn, go pay the little $100 and get the certificate, but they got to have it just to even represent you. So like, because Master P with his sons, that happened a while back. Master P couldn't represent his sons. He had to create the agency and hire agents to represent his son. He couldn't even do it himself. It was a whole little tit for tat where people was like, well, they about to start letting parents do it. Nope, you gotta have that certificate. Now, when you get to the next level, when you get to the pro level, once you declare, anybody can represent you. But coming out of college or overseas, you got to have an agency because of the red tape they got with the legal system. But these agencies, Key, in the CBA or something, and I don't even think it's the CBA. I think it's an outside negotiation thing. I don't know if it's because the CBA is more player versus team. So unless you can put in there where the player is responsible for getting the agency to pay for their contracts until they come over, like why am I paying $70,000 a year for a player that will never wear my uniform? That don't make no sense. Not a CBA. Rookies probably be gonna be getting $1 million. Key. Why am I paying $1 million a year for you to never wear my uniform?
Then
at a 10 pick.
They definitely
these agencies need to be held accountable. Hey, if this player don't come over, however amount of time they stay overseas and not come over, you're responsible for their contract. Because you're vouching. These agencies are literally vouching for these players.
Look, if the CBA, that amount you just said, yeah, they're gonna change it. Then I assure you that they likely gonna change the rules if the CBA is if they bump it up to $1 million for a rookie or something like that, you know, or what's gonna happen because if they don't change it, what's gonna happen is teams are gonna stop drafting. I'm not gonna spend $1 million to draft a foreign player for them to not come. I'm not doing it, and so then it's gonna basically change the culture of, you know, inviting over international players. It's probably gonna slow that process. And that's gonna stop, and I don't think that's what they want. And so I think they're gonna have to figure out some type of dynamic with this change, and stamp some rules on that mug. Like, I mean, and also like something you pointed out. In all fairness, like you pointed out, players over here can't even declare at the ages international players can, you know what I'm saying? So I mean,
I think these
you think they put an age range
young players.
You think they're gonna put an age range on it though?
They can't because those players overseas, they can play you because their legal agreement with amateur sports is you got to have 4 years of eligibility or be a certain age. They're able to come over at 19 because they've been playing since they was 14, 15 years old professionally. Overseas, you can play for. Luka was doing that. He was 14 years old playing with the professional team. That's why Luka came over so young. Because remember, Luka was still 17 when he came over. That's why they're able to come over so young. The number 1 draft pick for the NBA this year, he's 17. Well, he just made 18. And he was playing on the France national team.
I get that. I get all of that. But then people say, well, they need time to prepare for the WNBA because, they've been doing all of that, but they not ready for the dub. So I just kind of like don't get it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I get that the rules is, I don't know, because they still end up being like, I'm not prepared. You got freaking Julie Van Loo, I think it's Julie Van Loo, and you got Phoebe was 24. She was 24 as a rookie because she finally felt prepared at 24.
That's crazy.
So, you know, but she been obviously because it was our draft pick at one point and we traded it away. So she been declared, but she wasn't ready till 24. Van Loo, I think, is 30, if I'm not mistaken, 29 or something like that.
Yeah, Van Loo, she's up there.
On Golden State.
Yeah, Van Loo's up there.
So, and she just came over, I believe, this year. It was her first year.
Van Loo is up there too.
Not mistaken. So I don't know, y'all. 30. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. They're gonna have to do something. I feel like they're gonna have to figure out how to. I don't know. I don't get it.
I mean, Van Loo is not 30. Van Loo was born in 93.
You talking about the Valkyrie? No.
Yeah. So she like 32.
Oh.
Because she was born in 93. She like 32.
Yeah. And she just came. I want to say she just came over like last year or something. So yeah.
Yeah, she's there somewhere. Yeah, she ain't no 30. She was born in 93.
And she just felt
Her
comfortable enough
birthday in
to feel like
February. So she done had her birthday already.
And came for that rookie contract. That's crazy work. 30
Yep.
something
Yep.
for that
Yep.
rookie contract.
Again,
But hey,
maybe like maybe they can do this, Key. We'll draft you. You can get your 10 minutes of fame, but your contract is null and void until you decide to come over. And you don't count against our cap or our roster. Because
okay.
I'm like, if I'm a GM, I'm like, how is it? And again, maybe the league is like, well, we're gonna hold you accountable. You drafted him. You didn't have to draft him.
Mm-hmm.
So again, maybe like you said, it might end up just being because it is a lot of red tape. It might just end up being foreign players won't get drafted until they show some kind of consistency coming over with training camp invites, some third round picks.
But I think, what could all solve it too is, again, if they offer more money, maybe they go, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Half of them is
these foreign teams too, man. Because for her to declare, her contract has to be up with the foreign team because you can't play in both. So for Chicago to even draft her, her contract had to be up with her team. Because I'm not going to draft you if you're still 2 years on. Because first of all, that's illegal. The CBA won't even allow that to happen. You know, that's why Camilla can't play for the Brazilian national team during the season. Because like legally, you can't do that. You can't play for foreign countries during the season. So her contract is up. She comes over, but she's not ready. So she's gonna go back and play for her team. That means they're giving her a contract. So I'm looking at these foreign teams and saying, wait a minute now. Are y'all going behind my back once they get drafted and offering them more money?
I doubt it.
Like, there's some colluding going on there with that. Like, it's a lot going on, man.
What could genuinely solve it is maybe they go $1 million. Yeah, I'm coming, and it's that simple. Maybe that solves the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that is worthy enough for a 19-year-old to come over and risk it. And if anything, if I get cut, then I just go back home or whatever. So maybe that cuts it all out. Maybe just upping the money cuts out any of all of that stash, or maybe you coming over, maybe you won't, whatever crap. I genuinely don't know why Malanga's not coming over. And I say that because not because of a contract, but because I know Malanga is going to get endorsements. Like, they are going to push that girl as the female Wemby, and he got plenty of endorsements. So I think she could definitely get them as well. So I'm not sure why she's not coming over. But it's been done like this for years, so maybe I'm thinking too much into it, and it's just normal for her to not come over because they've been doing that. So, but I thought Malanga was gonna be one of those ones that's like, nah, I'm coming over this year. Right now, I'm coming to play. That's that. Drafted number 2. Like, I don't know when's the last time an international player was drafted number 2.
Right.
Damn near if Paige,
Right.
Thank God if Paige wasn't there, possibly could have went number 1.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Malanga is like 100% not coming, or have they officially?
So they've been
stated
saying that she's not that she's not coming, but like she's not there yet, and they have no tentative date for her coming. Like with what you call it for New York, we like knew she was on her way, she was doing her physical, and then she's in training, she's in practice like another day or two or whatever. What you call it for New York? Johannes is her name, I think. They had like a tentative date for her and stuff like that, but with Malanga, they don't know exactly when she's coming. So they're not saying she's not coming, and she's definitely not coming, but it's like we don't know. So she's not at training camp right now. She's not currently playing with these. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
That would be wild. Like your number 2 pick doesn't have a tentative date.
I mean,
yes,
I
she
would have
might
thought.
be coming, but I don't know when she's.
I think it's a little while, right? And I was thinking because as an international player, she's picked number 2. I'm like, she's gonna be different than the other ones. Like, are they normally what you call it picks, like lottery picks? Like, are international players normally lottery picks? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh,
yeah. There's been some lottery picks. Yeah,
Okay.
there's been some lottery picks. Yeah, they just haven't come over. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So
yeah. They
that's
just
why.
haven't come over. Yeah,
Uh,
because where did Van Loo get drafted at?
okay. Now that I don't know. I don't know where. Okay,
Or was she
appreciate y'all.
undrafted?
But that was a minute ago, y'all. I'm talking about, like, is that a thing, y'all? I feel what y'all saying, Lauren Jackson. I feel y'all, but I'm talking about, like, and she became, 3-time MVP, all that good stuff. I get y'all, but that was 2001. We in 2020, about to be in 2026.
It's had a couple. I could go back through the list and look. It's had a couple. It's had a couple. It's had a couple.
I mean, as a thing, y'all. That's all I'm saying. So, but I'm ready for the CBA. Ooh, 2026 is gonna be spicy. My YouTube channel finna be popping for sure. With the CBA coming, teams blowing up. What are they gonna do? How much money they gonna offer these players, rookies, all of that? Oh, it's gonna be so interesting to see. It's gonna definitely be interesting to see. I'm excited for that, to say the least. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what they do, y'all, with the new CBA and handling draft and stashes. But let's get into these training camp updates around the association. Preseason tips off May 2nd. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all excited for preseason to tip off? I know we talked about how the marketing has to get better, get us more excited, but I definitely want to see. I want to see Chicago Sky in full effect against the Brazilian team. I gotta see it. I gotta see the chemistry. Social media, those little clips is cool, but I need to see it on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And on the sidelines. I'm curious to see also what type of coach Tyler Marsh is, Rena, all of them. Like, I'm just curious to see the chemistry, everything, when it comes to them.
That part.
So I'm excited for that game, y'all. Definitely excited for that game. I don't think it's much. Connecticut has cut a couple people. If I said their names, no shade. You know what I'm saying? But y'all probably wouldn't really know specifically who. And then just cut Jordan. The Aces just cut Jordan. And I believe that's it. Oh, sidebar. Shout out to not shout out, but prayers up as well for Sanaya Rivers on Connecticut Sky. Connecticut Sky. Jesus be offense. Connecticut Sun, who lost her mom today. Prayers up.
We didn't give her prayers up. I thought we did that at the beginning. We didn't give her prayers up.
Nah, we didn't. But when I just said Connecticut Sun, it reminded me. I'm like,
man, prayers up to Sanaya Rivers and her moms, man. That's a sad story. Nobody wants to lose their mom, especially while they're trying to create some generational wealth for them to kind of see what they've. Because at the end of the day, there's no better satisfaction than your parents seeing you create generational wealth from what they've created, the path they've carved out for you. Like, when I was playing, I would have hated if my mom didn't see all the training dollars her and my dad put in, the hours coming to games. Like, you want to see your parents. I think that's one of the best feelings, to see your kids live out their dreams from all the hard work you put in behind the scenes. Because parents put hard work in behind the scenes that don't get talked about a lot. So RIP to the moms, man. RIP to the moms.
She was just there on draft night, sitting right next to her. So sad to hear that. So yeah, hope it has. And look, just like Zoe just said all of that, but she's still watching, so you could still show her, what I'm saying, what she put the time and the money in for. So yeah, prayers up for her. But otherwise, I just became
a Sanaya Rivers fan, man. I wasn't a big fan at first, but I just became. I'm rooting for her this year. Look, just for 1 year though. Just for 1 year though. I'm a Sanaya Rivers fan just for 1 year though.
I'm definitely rooting for her. I do think she's actually on the right team to be developed correctly and actually develop her ceiling. I didn't know, but I definitely think Connecticut Sun is the right team for Sanaya to develop properly. And because they're in a rebuild, it's the perfect to me scenario. And with that coach. So yeah, but I think that's really it. I haven't heard nothing. Tyler already said that he's not cutting anybody before the game on May 2nd. So everybody will be there at the Brazil game at LSU.
Yeah.
The tickets wasn't expensive, y'all. I'm pissed. I should have got a ticket and went.
How much they were?
It was not expensive. I seen some for like 40, 50, and it was a decent seat. Like they weren't crazy. And it's only 6 hours from Atlanta. I just really wasn't thinking about it. It popped up on an ad or something, and I was like, I completely forgot. Let me look. But anyway, so he said he's not cutting anybody. Yeah, facts. $60 tickets. That's nothing. That's nothing. And I could go get some good New Orleans food.
There you go. How you say it? How you say it, Key? How you say it?
New Orleans. New Orleans. I know how y'all say it. I already know how y'all say it. I ain't from here. I ain't gonna pretend. But look, so I'm super interested. I already said that, and seeing how Marsh plays them. I'm interested to see who the Aces keep. Even the Lynx, like I'm interested to see what they do. Quiet as it's kept, New York. You know what are they going to do with Jalen Sherrod? What things like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of players. I'm interested in seeing what they do. I think everybody on Golden State is safe. To be honest, I don't see them cutting any of the drafts on Golden State.
Golden State, man, they got like 30 players over there, man.
How many players they got on the roster? I don't see them cutting none of them draft picks.
About 30 players over there, man. Hold on,
I think Caitlin and what you call it stay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
sellers.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Man, they got a lot of players on their roster, man. They got 20 players on their roster right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
On 13, the Valkyries?
15, 16,
Valkyrie,
17, 18, 19. So they got 19 players.
And they all here? God damn.
Got 19 players on their roster right now.
Maybe they do cut somebody. I don't know.
I'll say this though. They got a big team. They got an opportunity to have a big team.
Yeah. Like in height.
They got some height. They got some height over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got some height over there. They 2 years away from even being mentioned, honestly. They juju away from being mentioned.
Yeah. I think that's what they're going for sure.
Because I'm looking at their team. They got all wings and they got a lot of height. Again, I think they're setting this team up for juju. Like I'm looking at this roster. It's a lot of young wings that can shoot, a lot of height. Like this look like 3 or 4 of these players gonna be on Juju's team. They just trying to figure out what players look good.
For sure.
Yeah. Because Key, Juju ain't leaving California. I don't know what people be thinking. At the end of the day, y'all keep forgetting this is a business. Juju, whether it be the Sparks, they put another team there, or she end up on the Aces, she ain't leaving that California, Nevada area. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going past Las Vegas. She ain't going past Las Vegas.
It's gonna be interesting to see for sure. It's gonna be interesting to see for sure.
I can't. Can you see Juju on the East Coast? Can you? It don't even feel right.
I can see her on it, but it would have to be that team though. Like it would
have to be like New York. It would have to be New York.
Yeah. I could see her on the East though, but it's just a team that's coming correct. What I can't see is her, because there's a lot of teams in the sweepstakes, and I'm like, y'all not even coming correct. You don't even have a practice facility. If y'all think Juju is coming to a team with no practice facility like that.
Yeah.
That I think if it's a team that got the money, actually cares about their players and investing, I can see her on that team. I can, because I absolutely think they would do everything in their power to build it around Juju too.
And then it's New York, media capital of the world. It's New York. I couldn't see her on Minnesota. Honestly, I couldn't see her on Chicago. Chicago, I couldn't see her on Chicago, even though it is, I think, the third largest or whatever. I couldn't see it. Maybe Atlanta, if they set up right. Maybe Atlanta.
I can't see her on Atlanta. That's actually a team I can't see her on.
Yeah. On that East Coast, it would be tough. Like New York is the only team that it would look right.
As of right now,
I'm thinking like business wise, like they gonna, if y'all think them number one picks be by just chance of luck, y'all fooling yourselves. History has shown y'all that they can manipulate picks, because ain't no way in the world half the time the right teams get the number one pick. That ain't possible. That ain't possible. So I'll be
honest. Dallas getting it this year was crazy work. Yeah. That was shocking to me, to be honest. I definitely thought the Sparks was getting that shit. I thought the Sparks was getting it. I sure thought that. So I was like, man, Paige going to play with Cam and Rakia. I'm like, God damn, and Derek and Handy.
Somebody in the chat. I keep hearing people. I heard people say that a lot. Like, Reese is not made for LA. I don't know who y'all think Reese is. Reese is made just for what he had. Reese is her person. Like the glitz and glamours. Don't let that fool y'all. Reese's personality is not glitz and glamour. That like just because she doesn't dress like a tomboy, don't let that fool you. Reese's person. What? I couldn't even picture Reese in LA.
I kind of get
because people was rooting for like the Sparks. Can you envision her on the Sparks? I'm trying to envision it. I can't vision it.
When you broke it down, I definitely get what you're saying. Like Chicago is gritty, like, you know, like, and she is that type of personality and basketball personality. So I could see that. I will have to say Styles Black. I could see what you're saying too. Vegas. I could see her in Vegas. Not necessarily with Asia Wilson per se. I'm just saying like as a face of a team, I could see her on Vegas. I could see her on Vegas. I could see Juju on Vegas, but it would look like a different team to me, to be completely honest with you. And then
I could see Juju on Vegas with Asia. They move off of either Chelsea or Jackie Young. Probably Chelsea.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't see her on a team with Asia. I can't see Juju on a team with Asia. I can't. And then if they moving off of everybody. If Asia is staying, they moving. I'm telling the way I see it is Juju. Like, I know she's going to have other players with her. I just don't. I think she's the biggest name. I think wherever Juju ends up going, she's the biggest name on that team. And immediately, like the moment she gets there, she's the biggest name on that team. That's why I
can't see her with New York unless they move off of Sabrina, because I can't see them two playing together.
No, Sabrina and Juju cannot play together. But that team is not going to be in the lottery in 2027. Like, they're just not. Minnesota ain't, Las Vegas ain't. So it's like,
that's why I say on the East, maybe Atlanta got a chance. If you thinking, I'm thinking East Coast teams that might have a chance to get her. Maybe Atlanta.
Mystics is the only
I don't think the league will let her go to Washington.
I don't think
Washington could literally have the ping pong balls to get the number one pick, and Kathy Engelberg will flip the table over.
They literally gonna drop it back in there. Connecticut and Mystics is the only ones, but then mind you,
look, Kathy Engelberg said that was a defaulted ball. That's a roll ball.
God, she'll pretend like she dropped it. I swear to God, I know she'll see that drop that back in there. But the Connecticut Sun and the Mystics will be the only East teams. But to be clear, in 2027, then Portland and Toronto will have been. So it's like, is it going to be Golden State, Portland, and Toronto top 3 lottery pick? Is that what it's going to be? And I don't know.
Again, Golden State is
Toronto.
Golden State is where Juju should be. Literally,
Toronto is a hell no.
Golden State is built for Juju. I mean, literally. Look. See, these expansion teams, remember, the NBA did the same thing. You can't bring in expansion teams and not give them a face. Pay attention. NBA did the same thing. You can't bring in these expansion teams and not give them a face. Because you got to build those teams up to be part of the rest of the league. So you can't have them in purgatory for 10 years. They got to get a face.
Facts. And I mean, in 2027, it's possible for all 3. If all 3 of those teams end up being lottery. No, they're not allowed. They'll be lottery.
They're not allowed. Right? What's going to happen is, no,
2027, they will be, because they come into effect next year, right?
Yeah. They come in. Who's coming next year? Toronto and the Portland team.
Yes. So next year they won't be allowed to, but the year after that they will be allowed to, which would be the Juju year.
Yeah, because they got to have 1 year in the league first.
Correct.
That's why I say Golden State is set up. Golden State is set up to get the number 1 pick in 2027.
All of them are primed to get their face, possibly, though. That 2027 draft is a nice draft. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
and let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to see some star player get paid under the table to go to one of these teams.
Oh, big facts. I mean, I could see Sabrina going to Portland or something like that. At that point,
I could see Sabrina going. I could see Stewie retiring and Sabrina going back to Portland.
Going to Portland. I could see it. I'm telling you, we're gonna see some stuff. And the Golden State owner is the owner of Golden State Warriors as well, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
Yeah.
He can't. I mean, they seem to. There's teams where they like, I have this team to make money and nothing else. But I think they care about culture and winning. Golden State, they have a pretty good name for themselves, and I think they do whatever it takes. And paying somebody under the table is possible for them to get Juju. I think they do whatever it takes.
Look. We just finished talking about Deja Kelly with Oregon. Where's Oregon? And who owns the Oregon Ducks? Nike. Mm-hmm. So somebody go in there. Somebody go. Definitely we don't know. Look, look. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if one of y'all favorite players end up on Golden State or on that Portland team.
I'm gonna see
that Portland team will be Nike sponsored. That Portland team will be Nike sponsored.
I think Sabrina's going. I'm calling it now. I think Sabrina going to Portland, and I don't know who the hell going to Toronto.
It's kind of like you said, it's set up for Juju. It's set up for Sabrina to go home.
Yeah, exactly. And then I don't know who goes to Toronto, but I'm sure somebody will. They're gonna need a face to make fetch happen because, like who? Whether, but hey, God,
that's a tricky one right there. I mean.
Because you're gonna have it's gonna be what Juju.
Look, there was a controversy about Vince Carter. He just so happens to end up on their team when they weren't even projected to get the pick. That was a whole newspaper article controversy when that happened. How he end up there? And when they weren't even supposed to get the pick.
And then
they had like a 0.8% chance of getting the pick.
That is insane, actually. It's insane. Toronto does feel like a wild card. It's going to be, y'all, because that draft you got, as of right now, right? I don't know if Hannah goes that high, but it's always been like Juju and Hannah, the best class. I don't know if it's because of Hannah's personality, all of that stuff. Do I actually think that? It's a whole different story. Juju's obviously number 1, but you got MK12. You got Shorty from Texas. I mean, that draft is going to be a good draft in 2027. So Them team, all three
Send Hannah Doggo to Toronto.
Huh?
Send Hannah Doggo to Toronto.
I mean, I don't think that's terrible. Where Dame that again? It's slipping my mind.
Huh?
What city that is? That's Nicole, right? That's in Nicole, right?
What? Yeah, that's in Nicole. Yeah.
Notre Dame. Send Hannah Doggo to Toronto.
Yeah, Notre Dame is in Indiana. Yeah, that's the Nicole.
Facts. Yeah. Send her to the Tempo, Toronto Tempo, whatever they call.
Yeah, the Toronto Tempo Hannah Doggos. Send them over there, man. Get them over there, man.
Build a team around her. Look, and build a team around her.
Send Olivia Miles over there since she won't read Declare, huh? Send her over there. I got something for you.
Listen, and we about to end the show off in a second, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Olivia Miles is quite possibly going to the Chicago Sky next year. I swear they forced
with that Connecticut pick, huh?
They trying to force it. I see it. I can see it now, unless something goes crazy next year, some Deja Kelly stuff happens to Miles, and they say, we gonna go for Tanaya Latson or something like that. I don't know, right? Have to mess it up. It's hers though. I could tell everything they're doing. They done brought her shorty. It's a lot. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see what y'all are doing. So I think she's going to the Sky quiet as it's kept. But hey, I'm telling you, I would be shocked. If I could tell by why y'all didn't get Serena Sunday, why y'all didn't get Sellers. I'm telling you, why you didn't get a Zaya. It's so many reasons, and that's what it is. I'm telling you.
I could see. I mean, I could see Olivia Miles on Atlanta team.
It's not about where we can see her though.
Atlanta.
I can see her on the Atlanta team. There's better teams for her. Like, I'm not here to argue.
So hold on. So that means you agree with me then? That means you agree with me though. The colluding be going on. That means you agree with me.
I've been said that though. I've been said that. Okay. I've gotten upset when people act like that. I'm like, well, I'm like, okay, if y'all don't think they be, what you mean they can't? You think they don't? You don't think it's payola going on? Like, come on now, let's be for real. So yeah, I definitely think they be colluding, and I think they've been forcing it to be. They figured out she's staying, or had a talk with her about some things they want her to work on. She decided to stay, and I think they are trying to get her next year. I swear to God, I could see it because I'm like, why y'all passed all them people? It's because y'all want Olivia Miles to come, and Haley Van Lith wouldn't be a terrible running mate for her. It wouldn't be a terrible running mate.
Off the bench, though.
Yeah, no facts. They definitely need to get her. I agree. I definitely agree. But look, y'all, this has been a great show. Man, so much to talk about. Shout out to everybody for coming through and y'all hung with us through the whole thing. We appreciate y'all so much. We would not be here without y'all. Episode 11, excuse the takeover. Still doing big numbers, still doing big things. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Go to I Am Zoe Media, because he about to go live about some aces now. Make sure you get over there, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and hit the all notification button so you know every single time he drops a video. I Am Zoe Media, all one word, y'all. And then if you haven't, WBB Universe, subscribe. I did a giveaway the other day. I'm gonna do some more giveaways. Appreciate y'all for continuing to support and growing my page, being here for us while we do that. Man, stick around. This WNBA season gonna be crazy, and y'all don't want to miss anything or not one episode. Every Wednesday come through. Excuse the takeover. We'll be here to give y'all that real. Any last thoughts, Prince?
Man, look, I appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Again, I'm going live at 8:30 for Aces draft pick breakdown. So pop back in at 8:30. Man, Key, you already know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? The best duo in the league, man. Kobe and Shaq. You already know what it is.
Better duo. Facts. So catch us on the next banger, y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Be safe out.
Excuse the takeover, taking charge. Women's game front and center, living large. Hit that subscribe, stay tuned to the ride. We bringing the heat, never gonna hide. Analyze. rise and chat. Every stat, interact, breaking barriers. No cap, that's a fact. Leave a comment below. Watch the growth unfold. Together we gon' make this story be told.